Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T-34-2, it's a Tier 8 Chinese medium tank. It's located on the north spawn of Ghost Town and it's under the command of SlyMeerkat. Now you may have seen him in action in the previous video, but actually this video came before the other one, or this replay came before the other one, and proves that he is actually very consistent with this little medium tank. Now this tank comes with three different guns. The 85mm, the 100mm and the 122, and you can see here he actually is carrying the 122mm gun, which has got 390 alpha and 175mm of penetration with standard ammo. It goes up to 250 with the premium rounds. Now it is a tier 8 and it's in a tier 8 game, solely tier 8, so he's going to be coming up against opposition who can probably handle him. But as I said before in the previous game, this is a medium tank that thinks it's a heavy because it's got a big caliber gun and it's got a fairly long reload time, 11.78 seconds. Hawk 30, nice shot. It was a low roll, 363, but he wasn't spotted. His sixth sense didn't go off and he's going to try for another one if he can. Lost sight of the guy. It's worth another shot. Oh, he got him! He got him! Blind shot, blind kill. Nicely done. And the T-92 has spotted another potential victim, a Prima Victoria. And that's the Swedish version of a Centurion. Okay, got a T-69 over there, which is an American autoloader. The Prima Victoria is probably just around the corner. He's decided to go in and, well, park on this corner. No, he's actually going to push. The Prima Victoria was behind the other ship, but we don't know if he's crossed around the corner. The T-92, oh, he's found him, and there's the T-69. It looks like the T-92's in trouble. The T-69's just driven straight past him without spotting him, but I'm afraid Sly has been spotted. Puts one into the side of the T-69, who gets killed immediately afterwards by our TVP VTU, but Sly was spotted for a brief moment. And there's the SU-130PM, there's the Primo. He probably can't get a shot at the SU-130PM. This tank does have serious gun depression problems, it just really can't. It's basically, as they say, an analog version of a T-54. He gets a hit, 402, that's a high roll. Looks like our CS-53, oh, made a big error of judgment and just got taken out by the enemy Arty. Got the MXM449 there, the Liberté, but it's the plainclothes version without the tricolour. No, can't hit those guys, they pulled back into cover. No shots. The Primo's just around the corner, and the worry is if he gets too close to that guy, he can proxy spot Sly, and that will allow the SU-130PM and the Arty to have a go at him. So he needs to be very careful that he doesn't give the enemy Arty another chance to nail him. I have the feeling that he's actually being very cautious, not getting too close. There's the SU-130PM. Can he get a shot? No. He just pulled back below the ridge line. These guys don't want to go past that gap if they can help it. I think he could try the Jedi mind trick and see if, you know, you want to move closer. You want to move closer. Nope, it's not working. I've seen Klaus Kellerman do that and it seems to work on some of his tanks. Some of his targets, that is. When he's playing Arty, it's quite funny. Well, the reason the Chinese never went ahead and actually built the T-34-2 was because the Soviets actually supplied them with a copy of the real thing, the T-54, which is was what this tank was modelled on. Oh, great shot in the SU-130PM, killed him. But he was spotted, and that means enemy Arty could be homing in on him right now. So he needs to be careful that he can get out of here. Oh, potential shot there on the M449. Yeah, his teammates are saying pull back because you are in danger. But I think Sly knows what he's doing. Just see the top of the turret. Oh, yes! And a high roll. 4-1-2. He's now one shot for Sly's gun. Yeah, the T-34-2 is actually a kind of rip-off of the T-54. The Chinese started developing the project, but they never actually got around to building it because the Soviets then gave them a copy of the plans for the original T-54, so they built that one instead. This was going to be like a cheap Chinese knockoff, you might say. Yeah, and we all know about Chinese knockoffs. I mean, crumbs, they actually build a car in China which is, to all intents and purposes, a complete rip-off of a BMW X Series, and they are absolutely hopeless cars. They really are. As usual, they fall apart very quickly. They lack the quality of the real thing. It's a bit of a worry, actually, that a country like China, who obviously can manufacture goods very, very cheaply because they've got cheap labour, but they continue to manufacture products which have serious defects. I mean, they are literally knockoff copies of products which other companies and countries have built, but they are so poor in their copying of the design that they, well, how should we say it, they're not built for life. They're built to be used for a couple of years and then to be disposed of because they then wear out in some way. So if I wanted a car that would last for a long time, I'd buy German. If I wanted a car that I could then dispose of after a couple of weeks, I'd buy Chinese, because obviously it'd be a lot cheaper. But even then, Chinese cars not entirely reliable. I have nothing against the Chinese people. I have a lot against the Chinese Communist Party for doing this, because it's been their behaviour for many years to literally rip off other countries' hard efforts and work in developing products, only for them to come along, take a copy of the vehicle, manufacture their own version of the same vehicle and sell that as a cheap rip-off. And in doing so, they actually, damage the whole ethic of copyright to everyone's detriment. Now, Sly's making a very bold move here, going into the town the way he has. Oh, yeah, that could have been deadly. The IS-6 does have a 122mm gun. That is the IS-6 Black, that one. Now, seeing as the IS-6 is a premium tank, although its gun handling is not that great, yeah, that guy can do as much damage as Sly has, and he has been spotted, so he probably wants to get the hell out of there before enemy Arty starts firing at him. This is the bit where you see the T-34-2 acts more like a heavy tank than a medium. He took out that IS-6 very easily. Just drove up, pointed at his roof and blew him away with one round. There's a Striv S1 just round the corner. Will he take a shot from the AMX M449? No, because apparently he'd actually pulled out from that position, gone behind the wall. The Striv, he's out in the field, or is it? No, there's the Primo. Nice! Tracked him as well. Stay where you are. Just take more shots on that guy. Not sure he saw... Oh, he did see us. He did see us. But that's another round in. That means enemy Arty's probably going to be firing. Yes, I was anticipating that, but he missed because he only got 10 hit points of splash. So it's not a very good shot. Oh, and now he's receiving fire from a Scorpion G. So he needs to get the flock out of here quick. before he takes any more damage. No, you can't get through that screen as much as we'd like to. But he can take out the Primo because he's now one shot. But there's a Striv down below him. Go for the Primo. Oh, it didn't go through. Now be very careful about going around the corner because the Scorpion G is looking through that gap. Now he could side scrape on that corner. I'm not sure if the Primo can actually see him. In fact, actually, where is that Primo? Oh, he's dead. You can just see the top of the M449. No, can't get the kill. The Scorpion, the AMX M4. Oh, they just killed the AMX M449. It was the GW Tiger P. We saw that Arty round flying through the sky. Actually took that guy out. It was able to hit the target, and so now there's only 2 enemies remaining. The Scorpion, there he is, puts one in. Only 270 though, and oh no, he just got stunned. And we know where the Arty is now. He's actually in that dip where the Arty usually goes, and I think the best thing for him to do would be race over there, kill the Arty. And they've just killed the Scorpion G. The lure got him. So it's now down to Sly to kill the Arty as quickly as he can. He's loaded an HE round. He's got the Scorpion G coming down with him, but he's well behind Sly. So Sly's going to get here first, but he doesn't want to get shotgunned if he can help it by that Arty, who's probably going to be reloaded. But 9 times out of 10, if the Arty player is not quite as good as you'd hope, then he will fluff the shot. He must be over here actually. He's probably motored away from his last firing position. He might be behind this rock over here. Yep, Sly's a bit puzzled. The direction of the fire came from over the dip. Maybe he actually went into the pass. Sly came around the other side thinking he was in the dip, but maybe he's actually in the pass here. That's it, he's just around the corner to the right. There he is. He did get the shotgun in, but it's no good for him because you're not gone. And that's the end of the game. So he took a shotgun, but he still survived, and potentially the high caliber as well. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this game. Ace tanker for SlyMeerkat and the T-34-2. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7 in this one. And he got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A fire effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. But best of all, he picked up a battle hero medal. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. And this battle took place the day before the previous battle on Serene Coast. If we look at the team score, we can see he managed to get 3,761 hit points. He was the only one over 3,000 hit points in total during that game, which is why, in the sense, actually, he did manage to get the high caliber, because not just the amount of damage he did, and it's the way he did it as well. Very, 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 very well played. I mean, he almost played it most of the time like a medium, and then decided to switch to heavy tank mode, and then take on just about everyone in the town even. The next high score on damage was the SU-130PM with 2,700, but Sly got him. And after that, it was the Striv S1 who managed to get 2,675 hit points of damage. I think he got the spotting on that guy when he was taken out. And, well, when it came to kills, it was Sly again with 4 kills. 2 kills to the Liver, the Scorpion, the UDS-03, and on the enemy team, the M40, M43, the AMX M449, the SU-130PM as well. They all got 2 kills each. And when it came to base XP, it's only Sly really at the top here. He's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,173 base, which is enough for the Ace, 858 for the Lurver, and 767 for the Renegade. Sly fired 15 rounds in that game, 15 rounds of 122mm ammunition, 13 direct hits and 10 penetrations, 2 splash. Damage of 3,761 hit points, of which 2,648 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, one of which was a penetration, and 4 hits by way of splash damage as well. The enemy Arty did try to get him on several occasions, but just failed. One enemy vehicle was spotted rather, 8 enemy vehicles were damaged and 4 were killed, and he also managed to get 601 hit points of spotting assist. On a premium account he earned 33,419 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 28,710 credits. 1,173 XP, 7,920 from personal missions payout, and took away 9,680 experience points altogether. So yes, the T-34-2, you can play it like a medium, you can fit a 100mm gun, have a rapid fire gun, so you can actually get, well, one shot every 6 or 7 seconds. So you can play it as a medium tank, but Sly plays it as almost like a medium stroke heavy. And in many ways it performs better as a medium stroke heavy, almost like the Object 430U and the 430, but one tier lower. In fact, it's a very interesting tank because its characteristics it shares with the Type 59, but it's not a Type 59. Yeah, it's quite an interesting tank, but it is prone to being ammo-racked or set alight, so when you do play it, be careful, because you might end up getting shot in places where you don't want to get shot. And of course, as I said before, it lacks gun depression. This tank really you have to play it carefully so that you can accentuate its best features by, you know, getting artificial gun depression by shooting over the sides of the vehicle. Because if you try to do it and play it like any other tank, you might find you just can't get your gun to bear on the target. And you just don't want to be in a position like that fighting over a ridgeline. So be aware that it is vulnerable to ammo racks or being set alight, and it's got no gun depression. But apart from that, it's a good tank. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.